Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is my monthly buys and buys video. So this will be the buys and buys for the month of April. I'm a little late in filming this, a little late in getting it up. A little bit of a backstory in there, not sure if I'll share or not. But yeah, basically this will be going through the things I bought in the month of April, so like a little bit of a collective monthly haul, and then the things that I say goodbye to. So essentially my empties for the month of April, aka my garbage for the month of April. This month, I'm really happy with this month. Last month was a bit excessive in terms of the buys. I did bring in a lot last month, and the empties actually were not as bad as I thought they were gonna be. When I actually like looked at my other months, I was like, yeah, that was not that bad. And this month I'm really happy with how April shaped out in terms of the things I bought and the things that I am saying goodbye to. So let's just get into the things I bought. The first thing I want to talk about is I did a purchase from Sephora. I think I posted all of these on my Instagram. So I actually placed 2 Sephora orders. I wasn't going to do 2, but I'll explain in a second. So the first order is the Alterna Caviar. This is the Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisture Shampoo. This is, at least I haven't used it in a while because it was always out of stock, one of my favorite shampoos. It's moisturizing without feeling heavy. The last time I used this, I really enjoyed it. My conditioner that I use like 90% of the time is a big giant like salon style bottle that I bought from Nordstrom Rack or something like that, like 3 years ago, like a long time ago, and it's about half full. So I'm really happy to get this. This kind of came out of doing that Sephora's loves list, and I saw this was in stock and I'm like, bye. Didn't even have to think about it because I've been stocking this, like I said, for years. The other thing I bought was a kit, and it was this Isle of Paradise kit that came with the water, the self-tanning drops, and then the self-tanning water. So I think you can use like both all over. I think this is more intended for face and this is more intended for body. I've used both, so really like the drops. Just want to mention it also came with like a little mitt. I haven't used this mitt yet. I have another mitt from, I can't remember where, another mitt that I used, but I probably should start using that one. I think the other mitt's it's getting a little old. But yeah, I've used the drops twice. Definitely use sparingly. The first time I used it, I used about 2 drops and it was like a little bit too much. If I use 1 drop, it's actually very natural looking and it doesn't look like my face doesn't look way different than my body, because the first time I used it, I just used this and I didn't put anything on my body. And it was like, oh. But I really like this for, it's almost like, yes, it gives it a bit of tan, but it almost like evens out the color on my face. Like I must, obviously we all have this, like we have like dark spots and light spots. I used to have freckles. I don't think I really have freckles anymore, but just, the evenness on my face is not one color. I do have a bit of redness here and there. So like I felt like when I used this, it like really evened out my face. So I was really happy with that. Not sure I'm loving this yet. I've only again used this once. I do have a like Sephora spray foam type tan. I haven't used it since last year, but I'm gonna try it again. I think I like that better than this. This is okay. It's just a bit, it's interesting that it's like a spray. I found it a little difficult to get an even spread of the product. And even though I did put moisturizer on my knees and elbows, they still came out quite a bit darker than the rest of my skin. So I'll have to play with this a bit more to see if I like it or not, but I mean, it's okay, but I do really like this. And I love, so what you do is you just mix this in with like your moisturizer. It's so easy to use. I will note that I said it didn't really have like that tanning smell, and it doesn't have, the product doesn't have that tanning smell, but as it interacts with like the chemistry of your skin, it's there. Like, so when I used this the first time, I like kind of woke up, I used it at night and I woke up in the middle of the night, I was like, oh yeah, there's that tanning smell. you know what I mean, that self-tan smell. And the other thing I got in that order was these Kaja Moon Crystals. This was in a little duo kit with, I think this one's called Luminary and this one's called Mystical, and I really like these. I actually have Mystical on my eyes today with something else I'll mention in a second, and I really enjoy these. I wore this in, I think, the previous video that I put up, my Project Pan video, I think. That's where I'm wearing this, and yeah, they're both really beautiful. Not worth full price, I don't think. Like, these are pretty expensive, but I bought this in a kit and I got a really, really good deal on it. I think the kit's out of stock right now. I don't know if it's going to come back or not, but it was out of stock by the end of the sale. I think a lot of people jumped on that when it came on sale. And then the second Sephora order, I just bought one thing, which I feel like is so weird. Does anybody else, like, I find it really odd to buy just one thing from Sephora. I mean, it probably stems from like the shipping, to get free shipping. I'm currently Rouge because I was Rouge 2 years ago and they carried it over past 2020 because of Panini times. But yeah, so I can place things and not have shipping. So this came on sale. It was in my loves list and I wasn't gonna buy it, and I'm like, you know what, this is just, I'm gonna regret it if I don't buy it. And I'm very, very happy that I bought this. I am wearing it on my eyes today. I just have this color on my eyes, and then I have a slightly deeper color from my Project Pan palette in the crease. But yeah, love this. This is like, I'm really enjoying it. The one thing I will say though is the colors in the pan don't necessarily translate to the eyes. Like the colors in the eye, I find are almost, they might look a bit more muted here. They tend to come a bit brighter, and it could just be my skin tone. I'm not really sure, but I feel like they tend to show up brighter on my eyes, which is not a bad thing. It's just unexpected, but really enjoying that. Again, I feel like I haven't played with enough. I keep wanting to play with it. I haven't used all of the colors in it yet. I've mostly, I was gonna say mostly and mainly at the same time. Mainly have used the pinks and the purples, but yeah, really happy with that. So the next thing I want to talk about was my Tribe Beauty box. So my Tribe Beauty box came with, I'll go through this quickly because I did a whole video on this, but the pick that I picked is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Diamond Dust. Really enjoy this. It's not as intense as I thought it would be. It's actually a little more subtle, and I find I enjoy combining this with another highlight because I've shown in a couple of samples, or a couple of swatches and stuff, it's not as white looking, like it's not as lifting as you would expect it to be. It's a bit more subtle. It's a bit more like just the pink shift, which is really pretty, but it does seem to work better when I mix it with something else. And then the other thing from that I'm keeping is the Steve Laurent tweezers, which I couldn't find. I put them in a drawer and I forgot which drawer it was, but I eventually found them because I don't know if you can see my eyebrows. Probably, hopefully not. I really need to pluck them. They're real bad. So this is a little tweezer duo. And then the things that I am putting in a giveaway, which will come up at the end of this video, so stay tuned, is the Spongel thing, I don't know what you call this thing, body wash infused buffer, matcha detoxifying clay mask from Masquerade, and then this Sweetheart palette, which looks so pretty. Like, I need to do this giveaway because I need to get this out of my house because I'm so tempted to open this up, and I'm like, no, you do not need it. You do not need it. Somebody else can enjoy this. It looks so pretty. And yeah, the colors look really intense, really beautiful. So this will be in the giveaway as well. And, oh no, the other thing too is the Suva Beauty, again, lip gloss. I think it's more of a lip gloss, not a, or no, it's a liquid lipstick. I don't know. Glossy lamination liquid lipstick. I don't know what it is, but this is what it looks like. It's a really bright color. It's looks a little more orangey on camera. It's a little less orangey in person. I would say it's more of a pinky coral. I don't know. It's hard to, it's one of those colors that the camera doesn't quite pick it up very well because it's such a bright color. So that's going to be in the giveaway as well. I think that's all that's in the giveaway from this round. But anyway, or from that thing. And then the other thing was my Ipsy subscription box. So in there, the things that I'm keeping for myself is a little Kush mascara, a mini Sunday Riley A+ high dose serum. I haven't tried any of these yet. Well, I've had a previous version of the Kush mascara. The Cocoa Kind Texture Smoothing Cream and the 4D Hyaluronic Acid Under Eye Cream. So I haven't used any of those yet. Again, I put a little video up on my Instagram of these items. And then the other thing that came in that Ipsy was this little quad from PYT, which is going to go in the giveaway. And then I bought 3 extra things to put in the giveaway as well. So the things that are in my giveaway are not included in my budget. Like when I give you the numbers at the end, I'm not putting those things in the budget because they're going away. They're gifts. So I bought a little Fab Facial Radiance Pads, 10 10 pad set. I really love these, so that's why I bought them. A little mini Tatcha, the water cream. I feel like maybe I've used this. I'm not sure, but I know it's popular. And then a Lauren Conrad lip gloss, which it looks really, it's a really nice color. It's like a muted brown nude, so I think this will work for a lot of people. It's a little hard to tell exactly what the color is because it's sort of like the packaging is like a translucent. It's not fully transparent, but yeah, that looks really pretty. So curious to know whoever wins what you think about that, because I'm really curious about it, to be honest. So that's it. So the things that I want to mention is I bought from Sephora, and then I had 2 subscription boxes, the Tribe Beauty box and the Ipsy bag. I have now canceled both the Tribe and the Ipsy. I just want to say neither of them made it easy to cancel, and that really irks me because it's not fair. It's not fair to consumers to do that. So the Tribe one, you end up just having, there's nowhere on their website. You just have to email their support, which I mean is not that difficult, but it's like, there's nowhere on the site that really, like, you have to dig to find that. And then the same thing with the Ipsy, like, I had to look around to find where to cancel, and then you have to like go through a bunch of screens, and it's like, are you sure? Are you really sure? Do you really want to cancel? And it's like, oh my god, you're making me want to cancel even more now. You keep asking me a million freaking times. Like, both of them, it just felt like, why isn't there, if I, like, to me, setting up a user-friendly website, you should be able to just go to like the My Account, where you have all your preferences. There should be like a subscription section and a cancel my subscription, and you click cancel my subscription, and you get a little pop-up that says, are you sure you want to cancel? Because it's good to have that little one check. Yes, cancels you, and then you get an email saying you were canceled. Like, just make it easy. Rant over. Okay, so that's the buys. So let's just talk about the money for a second and the numbers. So for the month of April, I spent $187.90. The value of everything was $365.57. Again, the value is somewhat bloated because it's two subscription boxes, but then also the value is pretty high because I bought stuff from the Sephora sale. And then I brought in 14 items. And I feel like it's a good balance of items too. Like, I had hair care, makeup, skincare, and like the tweezers. So it wasn't just like all makeup. Like, if it's all makeup, that's kind of a lot if I'm buying all makeup. But like, I go through skincare, you go through hair care a little bit more. And tools are, I don't want to say forever, but for a long time. So yeah, so I'm happy with like sort of the broadness of products that I've brought in as well, because last month was a lot of makeup, like a lot of makeup. So we're a bit more balanced now. So yeah, and I think I just said 14 items. Yes, 14 items. So now let's talk about the goodbye half of the month, or my empties. Okay, now we're on the empties half. So how I do my empties is I sometimes have a couple things in here that are like just for interest sake, but they're not really part of the empties total. And then I have some things that I include as like a declutter total, but again, they don't contribute to the value of the empties. The value that I put on the screen is just like the value of the things I actually finished. So I have a handful of things here that are like just for interest sake. So let's get them out of the way. The first is just a candle. Really, like, I don't know what happened here. I usually don't get that too often with candles, but anyway, I just want to mention this one. This was, I think, a Glade candle I picked it up at the drugstore because it smelled really nice at the time. It was vanilla, and I would put it, like, I had this in my den from where I was working. It has no smell anymore. I would say, like, after the first or second time I burned it, like, the smell just disappeared. I was like, well, that sucked. It was more just for, like, ambiance instead of actually, like, making like a nice fragrance in the room. So that was kind of disappointing. So I'm never gonna buy, shouldn't say never, but I don't intend on buying any of these again. And I'm pretty sure it was a Glade one in the vanilla scent. Speaking of vanilla scents, because it is one of my favorite scents, I wanted to mention this as well. This is sort of an extra thing, not in my empties, because this I don't really consider a beauty-ish item. This is the Epsom salts from Life brand. I just want to mention this because number one, it again says vanilla smell. It doesn't smell like vanilla. It smells like floral. There's maybe a hint of vanilla, but it's very florally, baby powdery, like, you know, that kind of scent. Not vanilla. The other thing too is when I bought this, apparently you're supposed to put this entire bag, which it was quite full, like it was like very full, in one bath. And I was like, that's a lot. Like, I know you're supposed to put a lot of Epsom salts in, but like this bag, that would have been 454 grams of it. So I ended up using 3 a third of it for a bath. So I used 3 baths to use this up. I like Epsom salts. I think they do work. But I mostly just bought this for the fragrance and it ended up not being what I'd hoped it would be. 2 more extra things. So I did start a new soap bar because I finished one and I don't like this. I bought these Olay bars. They're just the plain straight up Olay, like nothing fancy. And I feel like it's drying my skin a little bit. I normally use the Dove ones. I prefer the Go Fresh, like the green one. And I ended up buying these because they were on sale. Like they were right next to the Dove ones. And I was like, you know what, let's try them. They're on sale. That was a mistake. That was a time where, you know, when you buy something on sale just because it was on sale and you really shouldn't have. But whatever, I'll use them up. I just feel like they feel a little bit drying, which won't be so bad because we're going into warmer months so my skin is not as dry, but yeah, kind of annoying. And kind of annoying because I've had a bit of a rash like everywhere and everything is irritating me right now. So yeah, anyway, it's starting to go away though, thank God, but it's been a rough few weeks. And the last thing that's sort of like an extra, I think I showed this when I bought it. They're little bath bombs. Birthday Cake was the scent, and the brand is Me! Exclamation mark bath. They smell okay. Yeah, I can still smell it. It smelled okay. I don't get bath bombs. I don't know why, but I don't get bath bombs. So I'll probably never purchase these again. Yeah, I don't really get bath bombs. Those are the extras. Everything else in here is an empty and will be in the like totals. So the first thing I've already talked about, this is the VDL Lumi Layer Primer Fresh Primer. Finished this in my project pan. Really happy to have finished this. It was a nice enough product, but I wouldn't repurchase it. If it came across, like if I got it in a box or something, I would use it again. But it wouldn't be something I would go out of my way to purchase. Okay, this I want to talk about. It's not quite done. But I did put it in the empties because I don't think I have a full, I might be able to, I might use it tonight just to finish it up. But I wanted to talk about this. Maybe I should do now. I can do this now, hopefully. We'll use a little napkin here. So this is, I think it's called Kosei Sekisai is the brand. I'm totally butchering that. Sekisai, maybe Sekisai? Kosei Sekisai? I don't know. I'm totally butchering it. But it's called Clear Whitening Mask. Okay? Clear Whitening Mask. Remember that. So I had an impression of what this might be. I need to show you the product because it was not at all. I thought it was going to be something like the Pineapple Brightening Mask. That's the product. Clear Whitening Mask. Can you see that? Sorry, it's not focusing. Hopefully, there we go. Clear Whitening Mask. Yeah. It's one of those like charcoal peel off masks. That's what it is. It just totally caught me off guard. Like, you know, can you see why it caught me off guard? It was not what I was expecting and not what I was wanting to use. Like I was wanting to use like, I was thinking it was going to be a clear jelly type mask that would be brightening. No, not at all. Now I've got black everywhere, but that's okay. It was fine, but not the mask that I wanted to use. Yeah, maybe I'll use it tonight just to finish that up. There's not, like, I don't feel like there's a full face left in it. So that was the other thing too, is like, it's not a full, like it's more than one use, but it's not 2 uses, which is always annoying with these. I don't know where I got this. I want to say I got it in a bunch of samples that I got from Shoppers Drug Mart, maybe. Anyway, that's done. Sad Pan. This is the Vichy Mineral 89 Skin Fortifying Daily Booster. This is basically hyaluronic acid. I did watch a video. I'll try and link it below. There was like these 2 doctors that did a full video on this and they explained, like they actually went really into depth in terms of like the product and like all the ingredients because it's more than just hyaluronic acid, and like they sort of gave it like the 2 thumbs up, and I really liked this. Now, I don't think I would use this, like I'm not going to repurchase this now, but I can definitely see myself repurchasing and get this again in the fall because it was just a nice extra layer of like hydration that, especially with my skin being normal to dry, definitely really liked. But is it necessary? No. Like, this is an excessive step. It's also a fun step. Like, you know, when you're using a product, like, I really like this bottle. It's very aesthetically pleasing to use this. And I hate saying that, but sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need products that just make you feel bougie. And this made me feel that way. It just made me feel like a grown-up using this product. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I definitely would purchase it again. So I'm sad that it's done. But yeah, I'm not gonna purchase it anytime soon because I don't feel like I necessarily need it right now. This was an okay product, but I'm surprised at the price of this because I don't think it's worth it. This is the Biossance Squalane and Peptide Eye Gel. This I think is like a $90-something product. I believe I got this in a Luxe box as the beauty surprise, I think. It's not enough for me. It says it reduces puffiness and dark circles. Now, puffiness and dark circles aren't really my issue. It's dryness and wrinkliness that's my issue. Maybe a little bit on the dark circle side, but I really have puffiness. And this was like a very thin type formula where I felt like I needed to layer this up. So I layer this up with like the Belif eye cream. I never, like, it's not enough for me to use this on its own. It's not moisturizing enough for me to use it on its own. I just never really noticed any difference with this. Like, I could take it or leave it. So I'm gonna leave it. Like, I'm not gonna buy this. I just threw this in here because I used it up. This is the Wishful Thirst Trap Juice. It was a hyaluronic acid and peptide serum. It was whatever. It was kind of a nothing. It was just like clear. Don't think it really had a scent. I can't remember. Let me see if it had, yeah, no real scent to it. And it was just like, it is what you expected it would be. It was just sort of like a clear, slightly thin type serum. I'm sure it's pretty nice, but whatever. I finished out a little clean roller ball. This is in the Air scent. I think I've already mentioned this in my Drop 10 Project Pan. So I liked this one. Yeah, I don't mind that scent. It looks like I can't find the 3. Like, I bought this and I bought a second set of 3. Their website only seems to have like sets of like 6, I think, 5 or 6. But yeah, I like that you can layer these scents. Like, they're not just, I mean, you can use one if you want, but you can like layer them. They're not super heavy. These are the fragrances that I used when I went to the office, because we're not really supposed to wear fragrance in the office, but I found these to be non-offensive. Like, nobody ever complained, and half the time I couldn't even smell them, so I felt like they must be pretty subtle. They just seem very subtle, so they were reasonable for the office. Another sad pan, this is the Bath & Body Works Frosted Coconut Snowball Body Cream. This is my last Bath & Body Works cream. So if you didn't know, in Canada, you can order, I've seen now that you can order from the Bath & Body Works website again for a while there. So years ago, like I want to say about 4 years ago, you could order from the Bath & Body Works website, because I know I did. I ordered candles, and then for whatever reason that changed. You couldn't order from their website. Then it seems like, I don't know if it was beginning of pandemic, looked like they added that you could order to Canada, but it's freaking expensive to ship to Canada. Like, it doesn't look like it's cost effective, especially when I buy these, like when they go in the 75% off sale. So we only have stores, just like in-person stores. Well, since it's been Panini times, our stores, especially in Toronto, have been closed. Like, everything's been closed. They're now doing, you can do curbside pickup. I don't know if you can do curbside pickup with Bath & Body Works. It works. I've done it with a couple like local stores, but I haven't done it with like a big box retailer. So I'm kind of sad. I do really enjoy these, but it is motivating me or pushing me to, I want to look at some, again, more local retailers and see if there's some more, just some local retailers that I can get a body moisturizer from, or I might just get, something from the drugstore, because I do really like the Jergens, and a couple other like drugstore just body moisturizers, especially for the summertime. I don't really need, like, I prefer to just use these over like the fall, winter, and early spring months, but now we're getting into warmer weather. I don't really need anything this heavy, but I am sad. I'm sad that I have no more of these left. So weird. Another product I quite enjoyed, and I would consider purchasing this. It's actually not very expensive, which I was surprised. I don't know, I thought it would be more expensive. This is the Bioderma Atoderm Intensive Balm, Ultra Soothing Balm. I really quite enjoyed this. I felt like it was very moisturizing. Again, if you have normal to oily skin, you probably wouldn't like this, but normal to dry, definitely like this. It's intense. Like, I wouldn't use this now. Like, that's why I purposely finished it up. And I prefer to use it at night more than the daytime, but yeah, it was quite nice. And I'm pretty sure it's not that expensive for a full size of this. This, I think, came in a top box. a while ago. So I am happy to have finished it because I've had it for a while, but I would consider purchasing this. Didn't really have a scent. Like, it was very one of those like neutral type moisturizers, like no real scent, wasn't irritating, anything like that. And the final thing that I finished here that I'm actually really happy that I finished because it took me freaking forever is this Daily Organics, I think it's called Natural Skin Therapy Rescue Treatment, or no, Restore Treatment. It's not on their website anymore. They don't have this on their website anymore. It's a Canadian company. It's basically like a crap ton of oils all together. So on the ingredients, there's like grapeseed oil, avocado oil, macadamia oil, jojoba oil. It's literally just a shit ton of oils. I did try this on my face for like 3 or 4 months. I do not like facial oils, like these kind of oils. Like, I really just struggle with using an oil on my face. I don't know what it is. I don't like the feeling. I think it stems from when I used to have oily skin, and it just makes me feel like, oh my god, my skin's oily. Like, I'm freaking out. So I ended up just using this on my legs, but it took a long time. Like, it took me a long time to use it up. So what I actually did was, I just threw this in here to show, I put it in this Good Molecules dropper, because it was easier to use it in the dropper than in this little container, which this was the full-size container. I think they just shipped it in this because it was more safer than shipping it in something like this. That's my only guess. Or I don't know. There must have been some reason why they put them in these, but this was a full size at 30 mils. But yeah, I'm just not an oil person. Like, I just can't do it. It didn't really have much of a scent. And the texture was fine. Like, it wasn't super oily, but it was oil. Like, it definitely felt like oil. And I prefer like a dry oil, like an oil that will just rub in and then kind of disappear. That's my preference. Anyway, that is the buys section. So the things I finished up. So let's look at my totals, which I actually did before filming. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so lame. Anyway, the totals, if I can see them here. So for the month of April, I had 9 empties. I think I had 4 others. 0 declutters and 9 empties. So it was actually less empties this past month, but they were good empties. Like, I feel like they were like good sized products. The value like that I paid for was about $54, and the total retail value was about $224. So from a retail perspective, it was like the best month. Like I said, there were some really good big products in there. So yeah, I'm really happy with what I finished up this month. Again, not much on the makeup side. Makeup finishing is pretty slow this year. I feel like I'm really taking a long time to finish some stuff up, but that's the way it is, I guess. So yeah, really happy with how the balance of this month went. Like, I didn't feel overwhelmed that I brought in too much or that I didn't finish enough, you know? Happy with this. Anyway, hope you're happy with this video. I feel like I said happy like 5 times there. If you liked the video, feel free to give a little thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe, particularly if you want to enter the giveaway. So I mentioned a few products. I got some here. So the main thing is going to be this palette. I'm going to throw in a couple other things like this and this. There's a lipstick that I didn't include here, I think. Yeah, the only thing that, because it was from a previous month, was the lipstick from my Luxe box. That'll go in it as well. Oh my gosh, it's getting really dark. Let's fix that. So I haven't figured out all the details yet of the giveaway. I'll put that down below, but typically it'll be open as soon as this video is live, and I usually have it open for about 2 weeks. I like to give it enough time for people to enter. So yeah, that'll probably be around the weekend of the 22nd. That's the May long weekend here in Canada. And then I'll probably contact the winner that week, the week of the 24th. So again, I don't post the winner. I usually just privately contact the person. I think I'll probably do it through Rafflecopter or something like that. It was difficult. The last giveaway I did was difficult, like having people comment down below, because I had to like constantly keep checking and make sure I didn't miss anybody, because sometimes YouTube is slow at like picking up that somebody's commented. So I was like, oh, that's a pain in the butt. So I think I might use like Rafflecopter, which I've used in the past, that worked well. So yeah, all the details of the giveaway will be down below. Please enter it and take this stuff out of my life so I don't use it, because I really want to use it, but I want to share with you guys. And it's my little thank you back for supporting my little channel here. I love hanging out with you guys. I love getting the comments and responding. And for those of you that also have YouTube channels, I also watch your videos. I know I don't always comment on them, but I do watch them. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.